George and Kimmy, hopefully we're all staying dry under these umbrellas. It's very typical British weather here. George, you'll know a little about that. What a special reaction here, George. A home race for you. Just sum up the emotion walking out onto this grid right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your support every year.
Yeah, well done to the fans for braving the downpour earlier. George, this cooler weather is very good for a Mercedes though, isn't it? Typically you must look out the window this morning and go, yes, we've got a bit of rain and cooler conditions. How much in hand then for your race pace, given what the weather we had today?
Yes, definitely better than when it's 30 degrees and sunshine for us, so we'll take that. But of course, when the weather's like this, you never know what's around the corner, and it's stopping raining, it's coming in again. So everyone's going to have to be really alert to the situation, and we'll do our best to fight until the end.
What do you think is going to make the difference today? If we do have a dry race, or indeed the track is drying and it's looking like a one-stop, where can you make up positions?
Right now, I'm not too sure, to be honest, because it's really an unknown. Last year we saw a pretty crazy race. I think it'll be unlikely we're starting on dry tyres, and maybe we'll be on slicks at some point. But as I said, all we can do is drive as quick as we can, and I just hope we can give a good race to the fans.
Thank you very much, George. Kimmy, I'm going to come to you. A three-place sprint job obviously means that you do start E10 today. What is possible from there?
Well, it's wet. We're in the UK, so anything can happen. But I think it's going to be a very exciting race. We'll see how the track is going to be when we'll be about to start. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good race, and hopefully the fans will enjoy.
Here before, so you must be pretty glad to see that it's still raining. What's your forecast saying though for the race start? Thank you very much, guys. Mercedes drivers George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, best of luck. And I hear you there as well. It's this one here. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so apparently in this grandstand, underneath your seats, there are 25 tickets, I believe, silver tickets. So have a look, check it out. I believe it's a QR code. I'm not too sure, but there should be some gifts for you. So have a look and enjoy it.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. George and Kimi, wish you well.
But yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good race, and hopefully the fans will enjoy.
Drive in the wet in F2 here before, so you must be pretty glad to see that it's still raining. What's your forecast saying though for the race start? Thank you very much, guys. Mercedes drivers George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, best of luck. And I hear you there as well. It's this one here. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so apparently in this grandstand, underneath your seats, there are 25 tickets, I believe, silver tickets. So have a look, check it out. I believe it's a QR code. I'm not too sure, but there should be some gifts for you. So have a look and enjoy it.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. George and Kimi, wish you well.
You can win this!
Incredible to see so many of you here, so thank you very much.
Really good. It's obviously like a police drive, huh? Look at that.
It's coming. The sun's coming. I've got a feeling. The sun is especially just going to come around these guys here, so.
It shines on the line day stand.
It will. So I'm so excited. It's made my put a little smile on my face today to come here and see so many people. This has been a lot of work. So I appreciate everyone coming out on a very horrible British day and supporting me today.
And what about this car in these conditions? How do you think this is going to play out for the race?
I mean, you kind of have to wait and see, to be honest. I don't know, I can't predict all of these things, but I'm excited. I got a lot of motivation, I got a lot of cheers, so we're gonna put on a good show. I got to do some overtaking, and I got to try and move forward. We're gonna have a fun race today, so.
Yeah, and of course you've never won your home Grand Prix. You've come close, been on the podium a couple of times. So what about today? Is it going to be today?
Well, we'll try. I want to give everyone something pretty amazing to cheer about. I want to have a lot of fun at the end of today. So we'll put on a good show. We're gonna have some fun, do some overtaking. I'm gonna try and overtake just in this corner. That's why I qualified in third. Was just so I can overtake here in front of everyone. And yeah.
That's definitely a popular move. But just tell me, how surreal is it? Just taking all of this.
Pit lane ahead of the British Grand Prix. We're here outside Lando Norris's garage, and as you can see, the team just doing the final touches on the.
When you look in the mirror, you see this rough and tumble, old school cowboy. Doesn't take orders, goes his own way, huh? A lone wolf. Well, I've news for you. Formula One is a team sport. It always was. Listen, let's get this straight. We all lose our jobs if you can't run up in your opinion. The only question here is, what is...
It's alright, you just wait, I'm quicker than you. You're making a mistake. You can honestly be some grateful kid who bend the knee to an old-timer. I'm sure forward to this.
You say he was going not that. That's a handsome man right there.
Welcome to a
celebration of Formula One round this famous site.
His ninth win at Silverstone.
What a soundtrack at Silverstone!
Norris, Piastri, separated by nothing.
CEO of Motorsport UK, Peter Digby, Chair of the BRDC, Peter Kyle, Secretary of State for Science, Innovation and Technology, along with all of the Formula One drivers taking part in today's Grand Prix. Now please be outstanding for the British National Anthem.
God save our gracious King, long live our King. God save our King, oh, save him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save our
Better, isn't it? Because the first few laps with the track surface, with what you do about tyres, is going to make it something of a lottery. It is going to be fascinating indeed. The British fold, remember, it is Max Verstappen, fourth pole of the season, third in the championship, who lines up at the front of the grid, with Oscar Piastri starting second. Then Norris will start third, George Russell is fourth on the grid, and we have 52 laps ahead of us. Remember, you've got the quick time on the blue side, or the intermediate with the green. I suspect most people are going to be starting on that. And then when the road dries, we're looking at slicks with the soft tyre having the red side wall, the medium is with yellow, and the white side wall with the hard. Right, before we get into the grid, showers and have some rain in about 20 minutes. So, 60% chance of rain in this. So Jamie Green, you were saying to me a few moments ago, this is the worst situation for a driver, for an engineer, because you don't know which way to jump.
Yes, certainly if you're a front runner, you want a straightforward scenario, you know, good car, you don't mind curveballs like variable weather, somebody further down the grid in a less competitive car will probably like this opportunity, throws up more variables and more chances to gain and lose.
Chris, what's the road like there? Drive wet, in between, looks off, down and drying quickly. It's actually quite warm when the sun comes out through the clouds, but it's so changeable so quickly, even though the wind is as bad as it's been for the last couple of days. And this circuit at this race, on average, is a 77% chance of a safety car anyway, and so that's a pretty high chance that we're going to get something like that again today. Could we get a home win out of Lando from third? He's had 3 wins this year, and second in the championship. Number 63, George Russell, starts 4th, a race winner this year as well, 4th in the championship. And starting 5th, Lewis Hamilton then his first British Grand Prix. 4 races this year, 6th on the grid, 16 out of the car. He has 7 as his best performance in the year, 7 is back on the road, and 8th on the grid, and he's going to starting 9 the British Grand Prix winner. 4 on the grid, 5. Right-hander Stoke Corner in front of the Lando stand, so no need to urge you to cheer him on. I know there are tens of thousands of you here to see Lando try to win the British Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton there, 9 times a winner of the British Grand Prix, and he would dearly love to do it again in a Ferrari. 52 laps then are ahead of us, the sun is out, the road is drying, and as the cars come to the end of Vale, around Club Corner, Max Verstappen leads them in, and there are people, Bob, heading for the pit lane, so we've got, I think, George Russell coming in, they're not going to be alone in this.
All as they go in
into Beckett for the first time at speed. The other car that was involved with that Liam Lawson incident was his teammate. Both the racing bulls then coming together. It was Lawson that came off worse and he's stranded on the grass at the moment.
So raging bulls rather than racing, perhaps, Bob?
Yeah, well also Oakland saying he's got damage as well.
Was the question. Esteban Ocon is the answer, but
Looks as though it's
the rear wing hit the barrier, so now we've got a little bit of debris. Thankfully it's not on the racetrack. Right, Verstappen versus Piastri. This is at the moment the story of the race, but the fastest lap done by Pierre Gasly.
they're quite cautious about using DRS in damp conditions.
Yeah, I understand.
Between them and 10 seconds clear of Russell coming out was the Aston
has, of course, dropped down the order as a consequence of that most recent pit stop. And just when you think he's getting out of the resolute Oscar Piastri, just coping with whatever he's thrown at it. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, yeah. That's now clear, so somebody out of over carried on. Right, Piastri. 13 seconds is Piastri's lead. 13 seconds. Opportunity to pass the Alpine, but it's having it to stop. That long right. He's still developing, isn't he? I mean, every race, every season, he just gets better and better and better. You know, these guys haven't peaked yet.
Yeah, he's very authentic as well, isn't he, Nando? He is himself. He doesn't try to come across more confident than he actually is, and I think that's quite an endearing thing. Nice to see him get a result. It's, 2 wins in a row, and to win his first home Grand Prix is very emotional.
Well, it is a Lando victory by 6.8 seconds.
What we just did. Oh my god. Incredible, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You did an absolutely fantastic job. I can't believe it.
Yeah, like you say, it's virtually a win for Nico Hülkenberg and for the Sauber team.
And it looked like Lewis was going to beat him, and he had just drove better and was quicker at the end of the race on inters and on slicks, which is amazing. So, yeah, brilliant job from Hülkenberg.
Just got a really nice reception from the grandstand at Beckett's as well as Nico Hülkenberg, which is lovely to see.
Good. It was a well-deserved drive. And people sometimes say, why is Nico Hülkenberg still in Formula 1 after all these years? Well, there's the evidence, because he is still a very fine driver. He's a winner of Le Mans in 24 hours. He, of course, was a real star in the junior single-seater ranks and has just reminded people what he can do.
And I think that last stint there just showed how complete he is.
Thank you. Well done, everyone. Thanks, McLaren. This is a dream, winning at home. So it's beautiful. Thanks for the memory.
British Grand Prix, and a great reception too. Brilliant to see that. Goes to congratulate the team, to say thank you. The emotion from Oscar Piastri may well be a little bit different, but as far as the stewards are concerned, he brought that on himself with the penalty. We'll hear from the drivers, of course, with the interviews very shortly, and then they will make their way to the podium where Bob Constanduros awaits to look after the ceremony. Don't forget, there's still concerts tonight here at Silverstone. Many of the drivers will make their way to the stage for interviews as well, so there's much to keep you entertained if you're planning on staying here for a little bit longer this evening. So, our top 3 drivers go to the scales, and then they will present themselves for interviews. Nico Hülkenberg takes 3rd place in the British Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri second. Wins the British Grand Prix. He goes through the technical checks for the car with the scales for himself. Zach Brown marshals him across now towards the television area. And any moment, please, Silverstone, we need a massive cheer for our British Grand Prix winner, because Lando Norris is still
Nico Hulkenberg, you're going to be staying away.
Pretty surreal, to be honest. Not sure how it all happened, but obviously crazy conditions, mixed conditions. It was, survival fight for a lot of the race. I think we just were, really on it. The right calls, the right tires in the right moment. Made no mistakes, and quite incredible.
So it's been over 200 Grand Prix, quite a few over 200 Grand Prix, but we won't dwell on that. But it must be mentally so difficult going through all those times when it's almost there and then it's taken away from you. Just give us a little bit of emotion of how this feels.
Yeah, I mean, today, right till I think I was in denial till probably the last pit stop, and then when I heard we gapped Lewis quite a bit with the one extra lap, I was like, okay, this is good. This is a breathing space, but then, he was catching quite quickly. So, the pressure was there. There was an intense race, but like I said, we didn't crack. No mistakes, and obviously really, really happy with that.
Fantastic, and obviously you had the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton chasing you down at the end, so it was like the biggest pressure situation you could possibly have at the British Grand Prix.
Yeah, I was thinking that, obviously he's going to give it all here in front of his home crowd, and I was like, sorry guys, but, it's also my day. I got to, sit down.
Oscar, I can imagine the emotions are very high, and you always said you were very level-headed, but I've never seen you quite so upset about the situation you find yourself in.
Yeah, I'm not going to say much. I'll get myself in trouble. So, well done to Nico. I think that's the highlight of the day. So, I'll leave it there.
You obviously had a reasonably good start against Max. Made a lovely move, and it looked like you had good pace, obviously throughout the race. And it was the one incident that obviously you're not going to want to talk about, but we need to mention it here on the back straight, obviously getting the gap to the safety car.
Yeah, I mean, apparently you can't brake behind the safety car anymore. I did it for 5 laps before that, and again, I'm not going to say too much because I'll get myself in trouble, but thanks to the crowd for a great event. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for managing.
Hello. Wow.
It's beautiful. Everything I
dreamed of, I guess. Everything I've ever wanted to achieve. This is, apart from a championship, I think this is as good as it gets in terms of feelings, in terms of achievement, being proud, all of it. You know, this is where it all started for me, was watching you on TV many years ago, and now, thankfully, I've been able to have my go. So, yeah, incredible race, stressful as always, but the support from the fans, it made the difference today, so I got to thank them for it all.
What is the feeling, what is the emotion, and are you thinking, what am I going to do when I cross that finish line, or who am I going to wave at? What is it like?
Yeah, I mean, your mind just goes pretty blank, so everything you might think before the race, you forget. I mean, the main thing is always just don't fuck it up. Yeah, that's what number one. But you know, the last shot, I was just looking into the crowd. I was just trying to take it all in, enjoy the moment, because it might never happen again. Hope it does. But these are memories that I'll bring with me forever. So incredible achievement.
Great, I'll apologise for your...
Thank you, sorry, I'm also sorry.
Yeah, amazing. And not the easiest way to win your home Grand Prix. It's with the weather conditions, throwing everything at you possible, safety cars. It was a tough one.
Yeah, I think in terms of being a stressful race, this is as stressful as you can get. But I mean, it was a good race for Oscar as well. I got to give my credits to Oscar. He was fast the whole way. Yeah, a round of applause for Oscar, because he put up a good fight, and I enjoyed it when it's together. We're on track. Not as much as running ahead of me as running behind, but you know, that's life. And yeah, still credits to him, and of course McLaren. To win at home in front of all of the friends and family we have here is pretty amazing. So big thanks to them.
Yeah, championships obviously heating up. It's exciting. You're getting so close to Oscar. I want to leave the last word with you for the fans that come out here to watch you race, and you've won the British Grand Prix, for all these fantastic fans out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard, right? Because before the race, I'm like, I want to give them something to cheer about, but you know, it's a long 52 laps, and you never know what's going to happen, especially when it was raining earlier. So it's always hard to imagine what it's going to be like. But now I'm feeling it, and it's unbelievable. So yeah, thanks to all the fans, all the British fans, all the McLaren fans, and shout out to my grandson, the authorities. I give all my credits to them. They are amazing. They cheer me on every lap, and it was really beautiful thing. Congratulations.
The full enormity of what he's just achieved will sink in. Jenson Button, who of course he was just talking to, never a winner of the British Grand Prix, so something there that Lando has achieved that a world champion did not. Max Verstappen's spin, you can see on the screen there in the cool-down room, and although Max recovered from that, it was a very tough race for him indeed. Fifth in the end, behind Lewis Hamilton, Nico Hülkenberg taking that third place, Oscar Piastri second, Lando Norris the win, and plenty of big dramas, big spins. George Russell 720-degree lose. We had Charles Leclerc going off the road as well, so survival was all rather key to that. From Jamie Green, from Chris Hartley, from David Addison up here, thank you all for your company. We'll hand in a few moments' time to Bob Constanduros, who will look after the final podium of the race weekend for us here at Silverstone. The drivers there, as you can see, being congratulated for making history. Lando Norris takes the checkered flag to win the Formula 1 Qatar Airways British Grand Prix. Delight for McLaren, and it is a day on which McLaren has once again cemented itself as the team to beat in Formula 1. And Lando Norris is not just the best Brit, he's the best of the lot as he wins the British Grand Prix by nearly 7 seconds. The podium is to come in a few moments' time at the end of another epic Silverstone Grand Prix, whether it's been for McLaren or for Sauber. Plenty of drama, plenty of action, and another home win. I know you've all been in good voice all weekend for him, but one last cheer is needed when we get to the podium. Lando Norris is the British Grand Prix winner of 2025.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the podium for the Formula 1 Qatar Airways British Grand Prix 2025, round 12 of the FIA's Formula 1 World Championship. In third place, welcome to his first Formula One podium, Nico Hulkenberg. Second place, still leading the World Championship, Oscar Piastri of Australia, the second place of the year. But our winner is his fourth win of the year, Lando Norris. Of the McLaren Formula One team, the national anthem of Great Britain. The British Grand Prix trophy will be presented by the Right Honourable Lisa Nandy, Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. With the Lego Trophy by Mohammed Ben Sulayem, President of the FIA. Lando Norris's 10th podium of the year. President of the FIA now presents the FIA's President's Medal to the winning driver, Lando Norris. To the winning constructor, McLaren Formula One team, the trophy presented by Luke Drake, Senior Vice President of Sponsorship and Events for Qatar Airways, presented to Peter Hodremu, the Technical Director of Aerodynamics. Driver Oscar Piastri, his 11th podium this year. The trophy presented by Stephanie Peacock, Minister for Sport. And to the third place driver, Nico Hulkenberg, his first podium in his career. Congratulations, gentlemen. And now, John Feed is